Hi friends from Starry's backyard. Yeah, there's my backyard, the real wilderness in the mountains. I mean, you know, there's nothing here but wilderness. And I'm gonna kind of put a little practical spin on being prepared versus survival. Yeah, and that's why I'm climbing the mountain today. Because when you are telling me you really believe there's going to be an SHTF situation, and I believe that too. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be an EMP, a natural disaster. I don't know if we're going to go to war and things are going to come over here. I don't know. But we're talking about an SHTF situation. And there are a couple camps out there. You go on survival blogs, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of books out there. You gotta differentiate between being prepared and there's another group out there, the survival group. Nothing wrong with the survival group, but if you're coming here to Starry Hilder's homestead, off the grid, I'm gonna try to steer you more in the preparedness area. You remember Survival Lilly? She's got a big channel. Very good at what she does. She's got how to start fires, how to build, forts in the woods, and some really cool stuff. But the average person like me and you probably ain't gonna be doing that. It's not practical. It's not really even, I mean, is it really doable for most of the people out there in the world? Probably not. Building a fort, trying to find your own food, trying to forage, trying to eat, twigs and not going to happen. And I don't care how much food you bring with you when your bug out big, sooner or later you're going to run out. And, and then she's shooting the bow and yeah, it looks easy. That stuff takes years and years to master. It's a skill, and you have to be conditioned for the elements. They never subdivision. Or you live in an apartment complex in a metro area. You are not where you want to be. You're telling me that, you know what? I'm in a city that I know when the SHTF hits the fan, it's not going to be good. I don't want to be here. I am not happy with my situation, but I'm disabled or I have kids. I have to work. I can't just pick up and leave. I can't start a Starry Hilder off-grid homestead. What should I do? Because I know you come to me and you friends are worried. Some people are desperate and scared. And I get that. I get where you're coming from. I do. And that's why I wanted to do this video for you friends. In my backyard. Where this is real wilderness here. And I'm going to address that very, very legitimate concern. So let's get to it. So number one, and you probably already know what I'm going to say, because this is number one, and then we'll talk about everything else. If you are a follower of Christ, and you are in that apartment or in that rental home in the downtown Atlanta, Georgia, or say you're in LA, or you're in Phoenix, Arizona, or you are in Lansing, Michigan, wherever it is, if you are a follower of Christ, you got to trust in the Lord. The Lord has you, and I've learned this in my life. The Lord has you where He needs you right now, today. Period. Don't question it. I mean, you could question it. He might give you an answer. But for the most part, right where you're standing in your life is where He wants you. So find comfort and peace in that. Now, you may not like your situation, but if you love the Lord and you know He loves you, take a deep breath and put some trust in that. Because the rest of what I'm going to tell you is going to make you even feel better about where you're at today. Number two, and I'm going to start off by saying there's a lot of survival blogs out there. Some are really, really good. Some little extreme, and everybody has a right to their own opinion, but some of the stuff that they advocate, like you're going to be leaving your apartment, you're going to be leaving your home, you're going to have water, make sure you have your life straw and your iodine tablets. Okay, Starry's all about reality. I've been living in the outdoors since I was a teeny little girl. Just saying. When you talk about survival and wilderness skills, me and Mr. Hilder, we know our stuff. We know our stuff. So when I read that in, those blogs advocating this, such a small percentage, number one, and number two, dangerous. Dangerous. It's kind of like when people, experts try to teach you, don't run if there's a bear. Don't panic if you're in a situation where you're drowning. Don't, right? You know all the things that we've been told not to do in an emergency situation to make it worse. And one of them is leaving your home, leaving your apartment. Why? Because the odds are against you. As soon as you leave that refuge, and I don't care if it's in the middle of New York City, you are now risking everything. You are risking your source of food. You're risking not having any water. You're risking injury, running into other people that aren't so friendly. So it is actually very important that you stay. And here's another tip, and I know, friends, so many of you are on a budget. Some of you who come to my channel are disabled. So, there's limited income, and I get that. You can't have every toy that will help empower you to become self-sufficient. But again, you can just be smart. Whatever extra money that you get, and I don't care if it's $5, $10, $30, you save it. You put it in a jar and you start a list of the most important things that you think in your life will help you survive. Everybody's list may be a little bit different, but you gotta focus on heat, water, and food. Hands down. And that really means if you are in an apartment and say, you ain't gonna be starting no fire, you don't have access to a wood stove, and you need heat and you need to eat, then maybe what you need to do is start saving your pennies for camping stoves. You can use them inside safely, inside an apartment. They can provide heat for you. They're small, and you have tons of houses around you, but you got a small little backyard. Okay, and it's a rental, and you can't put a wood stove in there. Well, get a barrel, and buy a barrel kit, because if the SHTF does hit the fan, you can instantly make yourself a wood stove. And you know what? No extra blankets. Buy some warm clothes. Really, friends, I'm thinking worst case scenario. But you understand when you're in a city how you can make it work where you're at. And leaving and coming out to an area like this that you've never been to before, and that's some of the survival blogs and vlogs. Surviving and being prepared are two different things. And I think that's what ends up happening is people get off on the wrong path and they start really believing what I call just hype. And a lot of that hype is commercialized hype. It really is. Okay, friends, what a fitting ending. Talk about survival. There's our survival water. Get your life straw now. But really, seriously, feel good where you're at now. You're where you need to be. Create that homestead with what you have. Be prepared. And get into your mindset that this is where I need to be. And I'm not leaving. And it's okay. It's okay to stay. Find peace in that. Find peace in that, friends. Because Starry's telling you, you're going to be okay. All right. God bless, friends. God bless. And trust Jesus on this. not just Starry. Trust our Lord and Savior. Right, Mario?